Yeah. This thing has 66,000 miles on it, and I'm on original rear axles. Disclaimer. This trail is rated a level 4 moderate by trailsoffroad.com. To put this in perspective, this is only one level away from being considered a difficult trail, which is the level that has the propensity to cause suspension and drivetrain failures. With that said, it would be wise to not attempt this in an all-wheel drive. Be safe and take care. And if you have a mid-size Honda, protect your ride with no-load design skid plates, so they'll actually work on an accurate MDX as well. They make ditch light brackets and roof rack systems, and stay tuned for the upcoming suspension upgrade. Use my code JonDZ5 for a 5% discount. So here we go. This is Biltmore Lake, rated a level 4 moderate, one level away from being hard. And if there's one thing to point out, the consensus on trailsoffroad.com shows that there were a good amount of people that said this trail was harder than a level 4. Personally, from running other level 4s, yeah, sometimes trails are going to be easy, but I really think that this truly is a level 4. There are going to be some tough spots, loose rocks and sharp rocks, and you also have these really deep ruts. Here I'm just following the leader, but I should have been paying more attention.
This is a bit rutted, just so you know, but it's not that bad. There's plenty of lines here.
The rut on the right looked deep, so I decided to straddle. Now I'm following the Jeep's line. And if you know anything about off-roading, Jeeps could pretty much take terrible lines and still make it look easy. Alright, so these ruts are really deep, and I'm going to get cross-axled. I anticipated this obstacle, so I activated the main arming switch for the ball system, or brake aid line lock system. This is basically simple drag racing technology applied to off-road by using 2 line lockers instead of just 1. It's very effective, but there is a learning curve. You have to know how to left foot brake.
Wait up, Sean, hold on. Might need help.
Hey, hang on.
Admittedly, I haven't mastered my balls. So after those ruts, you get a bit of a break.
forest or wilderness needed a bit of momentum on this one. So the forest or wilderness needed some momentum on this continuous steam wheel. I'm not worried about steam wheel. I don't have a little bit. Okay. Just
This Subaru Forester looks very, very stock, but under these modest looks is a very capable Subaru. First off, he has a dual range transmission, giving him low gearing, low range. He also has a torque locker. It's basically a lunchbox locker in the rear, and he has a Cusco front limited slip differential. Because this is a manual, it has a viscous center coupling, and it defaults to 50 front, 50 rear. This guy in this Ford Bronco was completely new to off-roading, but we told him you have a very capable vehicle with a solid rear axle that's going to help it flex through something like this. So we told him we were there for him in case he needed anything. We thought he'd get up just fine, and as you can see, it was no problem. This four-wheel drive is so much more off-road capable than my on-road oriented Honda. And seeing his front passenger wheel go up in the air about a foot or two, I was a little nervous. Remember what I said about solid front and solid rear axle Jeeps being able to take whatever line they want to take? There's your proof. I knew that in my fully independent suspension Honda, I'm going to have to take a much better line, a perfect line. Alright, let's break this down real quick. My Honda has something called a twin clutch rear differential. It's a bit better than a rear LSD, but not quite a locker. So you saw my rear driver tire go up in the air, kick up a little dirt, but the rear passenger tire was fully powered the entire time. It looks like I did not pop into first gear. I should have. I think I just left it in normal mode drive. When I decided I wanted to use more gas, I was stuck in second gear, which is basically like most vehicles' first gear, right? My first gear in the Honda is very aggressive. That is basically my for low. It's actually a similar gearing to the low range in the Subaru.
easy, easy, easy.
And now to break down what's going on with the Subaru. The drivetrain is upgraded and much more capable than the average Subaru. But what's happening here is he still has both his front and rear sway bars connected, and he does not have an upgraded suspension that is going to increase wheel articulation. One thing I didn't mention about my Honda is I have longer springs, longer shocks, both front and rear disconnected. Actually, I have a very special high-end dual spring setup. It is inspired by Baja pre-running. So I have a linear spring on the outside, progressive springs on the inside, and I don't run sway bars, and the thing runs, it drives amazing on the highway. Now this does have low range, so check this out. Is he able to continue on?
Easy, easy, easy. That's a hard climb to get started on. Yeah, I should have put a little more momentum too. Well, you can back up, no issue.
Well, call me impressed.
I didn't have time to use my ball system because I have to think about it, and I didn't have the time to think about it. Hey Javier, I think if you go up, I think I went up.
Hug this and then out. Yeah, good job.
There's one other YouTube video out there with an all-wheel drive, and that's by the channel Trail Traveler. He drives a Jeep, and his wife has a Subaru Outback Wilderness. And he actually takes on this obstacle. So let's see how a stock all-wheel drive would do on this specific obstacle. So let me break down what I'm seeing here. The Subaru Outback Wilderness has a CVT transmission. It is more aggressive than the other Outback models as far as gearing is concerned. It is clawing its way up this trail. It does look like the trail is drier than when we attempted. You know, with our Forester has a rear locker, front LC, and my Honda has the twin clutch rear diff. If a vehicle is only using brake vectoring, that is going to kick up dirt. Before I explore an area, I like to do research, and I've come across many of the Trail Traveler's videos. I make sure to hit that thumbs up button and I leave a comment. He seems like a really nice guy. The Trail Traveler will have another special moment, and we'll get into that later in the video.
Bit rocky. Careful with your lines. If you can just not let me know.
Oh, we're good. I'm used to this stuff in California.
Javier, you're running like 30s though, aren't you?
Running 33s actually.
You are, but you're not.
Oh, true.
That Elephant Hill, that's gnarly. That's forward. I think that takes us back down to I-70. But this is what I mean with like all these trails, like you just go to the corner. Oh yeah, I'm a little bit there. We have to climb that, but I'm gonna get out of the way.
Oh, cool, yeah. Looks like a cool place to kind of take a little break. 235. Let me go spray down this.
245?
235. Yeah.
I gotta make sure I back up straight.
All right, some kind of weird sound going on. Engine bay. Hear that? Woo woo. I know. Unless there's a bird under my hood. All right, nothing's leaking. No, just the sound. This whirling sound. There it is. You hear that?
That tickle sounds like an animal.
Revving the engine doesn't make a difference.
Do you really? Do we have the ability to change it?
Wait, what happened? Did a tire blow?
Broken axle.
Oh shit.
Do
Do you have a spare?
He does.
Okay.
So if we're close to the lake, I don't mind just changing it there. I'm locked right now, so I'm fine.
Okay.
Alright, we will.
Let me know if you're alright with this at the moment. The only thing I'm concerned about is it completely falling out of the back. Can we stop? I'm pretty sure there are places we can stop. We're about to be coming out of feeling. If we can just find a flat spot, that'll be ideal. Although this might be tough.
Yeah, hold on, Javier.
That climb was a little bit too much for a possibly broken axle, so we decided we'd take our Jeep down to assist and pull up Javier.
Javier said that his rear passenger axle is broken at the wheel. So we're trying to find a flat area, a place to pull over, and there's a spot up this hill, and it's just steep enough to where
it caused some issues here, so we're just gonna have Javier get pulled up. This is a great time to talk about one of the golden rules of off-roading, and that's to not go out by yourself. As my Subaru family knows, broken axles is a common thing in the Subaru platform, so most of my friends will bring spare axles. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good right there. Yep.
So sometimes they drag instead of
Jeez,
rolling.
it's a big giant jack. Look at
This
that
one we
thing.
used for deck last time. Look,
So in case you're wondering why I keep some gear all the way back here and it's not accessible unless I take all my stuff out. Well, this is stuff I'm just going to use in an emergency. So never plan on using this stuff, but now is a good time to use it. Try to make this trail report extra safe. Ta-da!
I think behind the hitch would be nice, because they can carry some weight. I'll be done in at least half an hour.
Dude, take your time.
Yeah.
No rush. That was good. We're running into this issue now.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I was mentioning it before we even started today that I could hear it clinking. So I think it just that one clank finally broke the rest of it.
nice.
So now I should have enough. There you go. I have enough weight, a lot more room to.
Yeah.
The one thing, sometimes these are annoying to put in. If you get pulled just a little bit. Okay. Can I go now?
Okay. There you go. You don't hesitate to ask for help, man.
I know. I'm bad at asking for help.
Let's go. Donkey kick it.
No, I could have.
Yeah, we're here for you.
Dude, yeah. Nice. Looks good. It's not easy, huh? So a lot of people don't know this, but the reason why Subarus are called symmetrical all-wheel drive is because this half shaft and the opposite half shaft are the same, and you just have to bring one of them to replace either side. See, if this happened to my Honda, we'd be SOL.
We would be too, but we also don't have CD axles.
There you go.
Sweet.
Okay, now I have to put the bolts back in.
All right,
That's right.
here's one of them.
We have a lot of Subarus, we have a lot of Jeeps, and we have a lot of Toyotas.
Yes. Dum dum da dum. Good job, Javier. You did it.
How much was that? Half an hour, 45 minutes?
It was only 2 hours, don't worry about it.
Hey, we're chilling.
It was a nice break.
We're chilling. My
I get envious sometimes of other cars, but for what I do, most of the time I'm fine. Even this, again, the biggest thing is, Subarus are known for breaking things.
yeah. I mean, the cool thing is you become very, very handy, and that's kind of the silver lining in the whole thing is you learn to fix your rig, and that didn't seem that involved. Like, I guess
When it's not that involved when you have the tools and you know what you're doing.
yeah.
Like having a big, huge breaker bar, having your full socket set, having an impact, having all those things, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. YouTuber here just realized the fact that he's been the only vehicle on this entire trail without a 2-speed transfer case. Even the Subaru has one.
You're right, Javier. You do have low range. I don't.
Yeah, so you're doing a pretty good job getting up here, dealing with a little bit of transfer.
Yeah.
So that's not bad at all.
I guess this is a pretty freaking steep trail.
We're probably pushing 9,500 feet here, I think, because I think the lake is at like 10 something.
Yeah.
So with some of the climbs and the stuff, I mean, he's working pretty hard. A lot of people don't realize how Colorado trails are a lot more like actual legit than a lot of people realize they are. There's a reasons why there's all like Jeeps and Toyotas and people with low speed transfer cases on a lot of these trails because they don't look that bad when you're climbing and climbing and climbing and you're off camber and stuff. Definitely works for you.
So what happened here is the terrain was very loose. This is a steep climb, and the terrain was just uneven enough to where I lost traction. Unfortunately, I'm gonna ruin Javier's momentum. And after what he just went through, I'm sure he just wanted to climb right up. Sorry, Javier. So now I'm going to utilize the ball system to see if I could just get myself up unassisted and without having to back down. I was able to break one wheel, but now the other one's going up in the air. I'm not even sure which one, so Sean is able to spot me and tell me which one to break. That was a big help.
If you could tell me what wheels are spinning, then I'll know which one's break.
It's really nice to be able to just push forward on a steep climb, in the middle of a steep climb. So having the ball system really came in handy.
All right, so you can see here, pretty steep, and Javier doesn't want to risk it. You know, I barely got up that. The only reason I got up it was the ball system. You could go at it with more momentum and, you know, drive more aggressively, but that's when you could possibly break things. And this thing has 66,000 miles on it, and I'm on original rear axles. Nothing has broke or left me stranded on a trail.
And then a fourth to the right. Alright, stop me when I got tension on it.
There's tension. Hey, so was this a gnarly climb right here? Or is there more?
I think there might be one more, but not much more.
Okay.
Right after this climb, there's a tiny break, and then we get back to one of the final climbs, I believe. And this is where Trail Traveler had his other special moment in the video. The Subaru Outback Wilderness, which is completely bone stock, slices a tire. As you can see from all the dirt getting kicked up, there's lots of momentum being used and a lot of spinning. You'll hear it all the time, and it's the truth. When you use momentum, you're gonna risk trail damage.
I stopped, so let me see if I can get my momentum again.
Okay.
No, I don't have the power to go up.
Alright, 2 seconds, I gotcha. I have an idea too. I will just tug right up around this corner. I'm pretty sure is where it levels out at the top of this.
There was a little obstacle. The moment I slowed down, I lost all power.
Okay.
All right, so they're out. They're safe. All right, so right here, you can see there's a lot of wheels getting spun right here. I think I might just back down because, I mean, all that looks like a lot of spun tires. Unless I could get right here, ride this up. All right, guess I'll just drive forward. Looks like I'll clear that. Yeah.
What else is on our channel?
Javier has had a rough trip so far, and he decided to just continue to get pulled up because this is a steep part of the trail. And I think in the Trail Traveler video, his buddy told him it just gets too steep and to not continue anymore. Quite honestly, if I remember correctly, it's actually just about the same all the way up to the peak. But the hardest climb is going to be getting out of Biltmore Lake, because we do the steep downhill and then you have to drive up that steep downhill, and that's where I think a lot of all-wheel drives might get stuck and struggle and might need a rescue. So just FYI.
All good, Phil?
Dude, this is so much more difficult than Imogene Pass, it's ridiculous. There's no reason why they should be rated the same.
When you get to me, you're going to want to go left. I don't think I'm going to power just have to stop. Is there something you can back up on? Because I can come back to you, but... I'm going to back up a little bit and see if I can get some momentum, but it might be too steep for me to get any traction. Okay, I'll back up while you're doing that. Okay, I'm going. Okay. A bit off camber. John, how's your transit?
231. This has been by no means an easy trail for all-wheel drive, and what I like to do is take the four-wheel drive rating, and if you have an all-wheel drive, add +2. So if this is a moderate trail, it's now a hard trail. And hard trails break things. I've seen way too many vehicles having catastrophic failure. I want no part of it. I feel like I should cap off my vehicle's capability at a level 4 moderate. Not only for the preservation of my vehicle and my safety, but also for the trail. And just like that, we have a beautiful view. We're now going downhill and over to Biltmore Lake. This is the worst section of this entire trail. We're driving down it, so just imagine having to drive back up. Do we got to climb this coming out of here, though? That's the question.
This thing's got a 4-door Rubicon Unlimited with you.
Yeah, that's where I'm probably gonna have to enlist your help. And we'll see if I hit my rock slider here, because my vehicle's wider than Javier's, and I'm lining up right with these rocks.
That's why you have rock sliders.
I tapped him. They worked.
I'm going to cut out a lot of the downhill section because I want you to see how this climb is going to be getting out of here.
Damn, that looked pretty deep actually.
I couldn't tell. It is a little rocky though.
What was that sound? Was it?
That's what I've been saying. It's gotta work.
Was it your muffler?
It might be.
So there's mosquitoes everywhere, and we have a pretty cool little shelter that I put up. So this kind of doubles as my awning slash mosquito-free room. It's very, very spacious. All four of us we have our seats set up in there. I need to make some dinner, and I'm going to show you the possibilities of preparing meals with a microwave. So first of all, I prepared these hamburger patties at home. Did a little meal prep and put them in the air fryer to cook. Got this plate. Going to place a couple of these patties up here. We got our burger patties and cheese. Now we're gonna place this in the microwave. Let's go about a minute. Have some guacamole. Got my sour cream. I know there's probably a lot of you like, that's a lot of fat.
I think I might just need to leave it longer.
It smells delicious. Dinner is pretty much ready.
I can see it on now. Yeah, I think I'm just tired too because I got cold faster than I thought I was going to be. So I need the jacket. Hey. Do you believe it? Are you avoiding the carbs?
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna let up. I'm just gonna keep avoiding those sugars and starches.
Because have you heard about those who have gone just full on meat?
Yeah, the carnivore diet. I'm not looking to do that either. I know.
Sometimes the most epic places to be are also technical and a little hard to get to.
Yeah, absolutely, and I truly believe that too, and that's kind of why I built this vehicle the way I did. And so to me, like, a lot of places are far. Mm-hmm. I want to drive in something comfortable.
That's how you get past the people in their Sprinter vans and whatever.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure that's comfortable too, but that's how I get past the people with Jeeps.
That's true. That's true, actually.
But then you get past me, people like me, because you're in a Jeep and it's more off-road capable. So if you tough it out and drive down the highway long distances, wobbling around, then
it's not as bad as you think.
Then you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, because now you can get to places I can't.
Well, plus, and most importantly, I think, if you can have all the map software that you want, but if you are actually out exploring, you run into washes, you run into things that aren't on the software, and you have to overcome them. And sometimes a trail gets way more rutted out than
Right.
that hasn't been traveled in a while, and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, I need this capability and this driver skill to get past this section, and I wasn't planning for it, but I need to get past that.
I think too is just knowing the capability of your vehicle, then you know what your limits are. Like for me, I'm learning that every single day, but it's still meeting what I want for most of the way I like to overland.
Just don't get
That was a close call. We all went up in flames.
Close the window too. All right, here we go. This is time for the final boss climb.
Sounds good. I'm gonna continue. But the ground isn't very loose, so go for it.
I remember there being a ledge on the left side somewhere. It could be this climb or another climb, I don't know. Alright, so I'm just, you know, kind of pretty light throttle. Try to navigate between these two rocks right here. I'm gonna have to give a little more gas right here. This looks pretty tough. I'm gonna have to give it more gas, make sure I maintain my momentum here. And I might use my rock slider. Nope, didn't. Okay, that's good. Ooh, this climb's gnarly. Okay, definitely a moderate amount of throttle now. Gonna use momentum. Scary stuff. Not liking this. It's flattening it out, thank God. It's rocky. Looks loose here, but might not actually be loose. Navigating. Make sure I don't hit it. Okay.
Good climb.
Yeah. Alright, so it's a little steeper
We're almost
here.
up to the top.
Moderate momentum. Alright, I definitely was worried about this climb right here. And it looks like like I said, sometimes
I cannot believe we made it up that.
sometimes when you're driving down, it seems a lot worse than driving up. Because when you're driving up, you can see more, right? I remember the climb being very scary and lacking traction and possibly sliding into a boulder, damaging my vehicle. I used just a touch more momentum to make sure my vehicle just kept moving. That probably helped, but made sure that it wasn't a dangerous amount of it. So to conclude this video, should a modified all-wheel drive follow a Jeep up to Biltmore Lake or a trail similar to this? And I answered that at the beginning of the video during the disclaimer. I don't recommend it, but if you do go, make sure that Jeep is your friend. He or she will be able to pull you up. So anyways, hope you found this video useful and informative. Sorry I don't do the whole highlight reel thing, but I know many of you appreciate that. In the next episode, I meet up with Ian from Nolo Designs. We get 2 more midsize Hondas and meet up with Matt with his 2nd gen Toyota Tacoma.